Hello Sriguma, which book are you reading?
Oliver Twist.
Oh, is it? Who wrote the book?
Charles Dickens.
Can you explain the story to me?
Yeah, sure.
Oliver Twist was born in a workhouse. Then he was sent to a baby farm controlled by a careless woman named Mrs. Mann. When Oliver reached the age of 9, he was sent to work at the warehouse by Mrs. Bumble, a local beadle. Next, Oliver was sold to Mrs. Sowerberry, an undertaker, who was a kind man but always listened to his wife. After that, Oliver managed to escape to London because he could not stand with the bad treatment everybody around him did to him. In London, Oliver first met Artful Dodger, one of the members of a gang group led by an old greedy man named Fagin. Oliver unexpectedly joined with them. At first, Fagin tried to make Oliver feel happy in order to poison his mind and made use of him. One day, they let Oliver go out with 2 other boys to do their first stealing job. He was unfortunately arrested and was sent to a police station. Luckily, there was a bookseller came to be witness and proved that Oliver was not a theft. More luckily, he was carefully served by Mrs. Brownlow, an old gentleman, who Oliver stole his handkerchief. However, Oliver was taken back to the gang's group by Nancy and Bill Sykes. Oliver was selected to join a robbery at Chertsey because he was the smallest boy and he could only fit the small window of the house. They wanted to make Oliver become a real theft. After the robbery was failed, Oliver had a better life again because he lived with Mrs. Maylie and her niece Rose, who were very kind people. Monks, Oliver's half-brother, who was jealous with Oliver, tried to insert him to the gang so that he could get all the shares of his father's will. Nancy was one of the kind gang members, who was killed by Bill Sykes, a cruel man in the group, because she told Mrs. Brownlow about Oliver's story. Finally, the gang's group was ended because of Mr. Brownlow, and Oliver became adopted son of Mr. Brownlow and came to live in a quiet village with him happily. So, Harry Maylie, Mrs. Maylie's son, got married to Rose, and they all went to live a life peacefully together. Thank you.